Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I'm giving you guys an update on what's been going on, man. I got a haircut if you guys ain't noticed. Trying to change it up. Can you guys hear me good? Shout out to everybody out there, man, who's been supporting me on my journey through all of this stuff I got going on. It's been fun times, man, really great stuff going on. I lost some friends, I gained some friends. It's the way life goes. And the friends I lost, all they were was baggage. And the ones I gained, a lot more trustworthy than the ones I lost. I'll tell you that right now. What's up, Robert? How you doing, man? Suffolk County, Long Island. Keep up the good work. Definitely, man. I'm just getting started, bro. So if you guys don't know, tonight I got the day off, so I'm rocking with you guys. Finally got a day off. It's been a long couple weeks. Kind of flew by though. What's going on over here, man? There's a lot of things I want to talk about. If you guys don't know, so I want to talk about this story that I heard. A lady was in her coffin and she woke up in the middle of her funeral procession. This happened in Peru. Said a woman pronounced dead opened her eyes in the middle of her own funeral. Funeral attendees recently got the shock of a lifetime when the person on the verge of being buried suddenly woke up. Rosa Isabel Calesia reportedly being buried April 26 when in the midst of her funeral procession in Peru, mourners carrying her coffin heard a strange knocking coming from inside the coffin. It was Casella, who was actually alive and found to be gasping for air when in the coffin. It was placed on the ground. She opened her eyes and was sweating. The caretaker of the cemetery described, I immediately went into my office and called the police. It's reported that Kinsella observed everyone at her own funeral. Her family rushed her to a hospital for care. Doctors had difficulty finding signs of life, immediately putting her on life support until she died a few hours later. Family essentially had to say goodbye twice. Some family members believed a coma may have been properly diagnosed as a death. We want to know why my niece reacted yesterday when we were taking her to be buried. And an unnamed aunt of Kinsella reportedly told the local media, we have the videos in which she pushes and touches the coffin. That is insane, man. She woke up during her funeral. That's insane. What's up, Rosemary? How are you? Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate everybody who's here. So there's a bunch of different stories. There's another story. So it says, now the family wants answers. She has gotten involved with investigate, namely the regional hospital, the hospital where she was first treated following a car accident. This is the first time someone has woken up after a death diagnosis. Last year, a 76-year-old Indian woman who was pronounced dead following COVID-19 woke up right before her cremation. Also in 2001, an Indian man pronounced dead after being hit by a motorcycle woke up in the morgue in a freezer. He was found by his family the day after he awoke and was transferred to the hospital for treatment. Independent report said that the young man, coincidentally from Peru, was pronounced dead in 2017 following a root canal procedure. Proceeded to breathe during the open casket memorial like Kinsella. The man was confirmed by doctors to show no signs of life before dying hours later at the hospital. In 2020, a 20-year-old Detroiter was pronounced dead following 30 minutes of consciousness attempts at revival. Whatever this name is, can't pronounce it, was on the verge of being embalmed when she woke up. After she died, her family filed a $50 million lawsuit claiming the wrongful initial death diagnosis may have led to her death. Decades ago, a British journal published International Perspective on Diagnosis of Death, calling it a result of irreversible loss of the capacity of both conscious and breath. It's pretty insane to be getting buried alive. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Yeah, it is a wild story, right? So I got another story for you guys. You guys know The Escape, right? So the new Escape that happened with the sheriff, the guy going to court. What we know about the inmate, Casey White and the jail boss Vicky White's escape. They both have the same fucking last name, man. What are the coincidences? Like, really, what are the coincidences? They got the same last name, man. All right. So, they got a video. Casey White shortly leaving the jail. All right, Alabama. The road that led to capital murder suspect Casey Cole White and his escape from Alabama prison. That lady destroyed her life for some guy that don't give a shit about her. She probably thinks he gave a shit too. He don't give a shit about her. He don't care. Listen, a lot of these dudes in jail, they don't give a fuck. Man, once they get out of prison, like, they're just riding that shit till the wheels fall off. Manipulating people at their finest. That's what they do. All right, starting almost a decade ago, after a wild two-state crime spree, Tuesday night that involved a kidnapping, armed robbery, a shooting that left a family dog dead for nearly a week. 38-year-old has been on the lam after apparently absconded from the county jail in Florence on Friday morning. Former Director of Corrections Vicky White, 56. But the events that led up to this well-planned escape offer a few clues into how and why the plot was hatched. Using information gleaned from court records, public records, and interviews with investigators, the Post had pieced together a timeline of everything that happened in this bizarre saga so far. Here's what we know. December 1st, 2015, at 10:15 p.m., Casey, then 32, shows up at his ex-girlfriend's home in Athens, armed with a gun in each hand, a .380 and a .40 caliber handgun. After he finds out she may have a new flame, Casey, who previously did time for a slew of domestic violence incidences, burst into the home where the woman lived with her two children. Hold on, a fucking thing popped up. All right. Previously slew of domestic violence. He bursts into the home where he lived with the two children and holds the other two residents at gunpoint as the woman flees out the back door. The ex runs to a neighbor's house, but the career criminal chases after her, firing at her numerous times. While two other residents escape out a bathroom window, the woman's children were in the basement during the altercation and were physically unharmed. As Casey bolts from the location, he worried the other residents in the home were armed. So he fired the gun multiple times as he runs out the door, shooting and killing the family dog. And Missy Bridges in the process killed the girl too. It's a different girl. December 1st at 11 p.m. So that happened at 10:30. This happened at 11:30. Casey heads to the 19,000 block of Looney Road, about 2 miles away from his ex's house. He goes to a man's door and robs him at gunpoint. When the man says he has no money, Casey grabs his keys and takes off in the victim's Ford Explorer. Now, at 12 a.m., December 2nd, Casey drives about 20 miles north of Tennessee Welcome Center on I-65 and attempts to hijack a truck driver. The man tells police Casey had two handguns and jumped into his cab of his 18-wheeler and snarled, "You're going to drive me." The trucker refuses and barricades himself in his sleeper compartment. So December 2nd, around the same time, Casey jumps out of the 18-wheeler, runs across the parking lot, and approaches a Kentucky woman who was parked at the welcoming center. When she refused to open the car door, Casey fires at her vehicle multiple times, striking her once in her left arm. The woman survives. December 2nd at 12:30, Casey drives another 20 miles north of I-65 to a pilot travel center in Cornerville, Tennessee, where he hijacks a white 2012 Lincoln MKZ at gunpoint. The Ford Explorer that was white had been stolen on Looney Road and was found ditched at the gas station. I got a picture of the guy. I'm going to put it up as I read this shit to you. The dog got revived after a week. Nah, the dog died, bro. Nah, the dog died, bro. So this is the guy right here who escaped. The guy on the right. And that's the cop on the left. That's the dumbass on the left who let him out of prison. And this guy is like 6'8". This guy's 6'8", and they let him walk out of prison. Like idiots. Fucking idiots. Big doofy motherfucker. Let's get back to the story. All right. So, all right. Casey drives another 20 miles north at the plot in Tennessee where he hijacks a Lincoln. Boom, boom, boom. Around 2:30 to 1 a.m., Casey makes off with a stolen ride and speeds 30 or so miles towards Alabama, where he is spotted by a Limestone County deputy headed south on I-65. More than 100 miles an hour. High-speed car chase ensues. Approximately 1 o'clock Deputies chase Casey back to Athens, where he gets off the US 31 and drives into a ditch across the street. Officers surround the car and get Casey out of the vehicle, put a gun to his head, threatening. He put a gun to his head, threatening to shoot himself and the officers unless he could speak with the county sheriff's department, Mike Blakely. A video obtained shows Casey offering the suspect chewing tobacco and a sun-dropped soda, as he was promised that the sheriff was on his way. So he held them hostage. Oh shit! I got a picture of the guy who escaped, Casey, and the deputy, the woman who let him escape. Got a picture of both of them. So I'll show you what they look like. Here they are. He knew he was going that day. He knew that was his last day in that motherfucker. And her dumb ass, she just fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. All right, so Casey is booked into the Lime City County Jail, where he stays until his trial for the crime spree. He faces a slew of charges, including attempted murder, kidnapping, burglary, animal cruelty. On March 8th, 2016, Casey is indicted for the crime spree. His trial takes another 3 years to begin. 2019, Casey's trial starts. February 8th, 2019, jury finds Casey guilty of all charges. 2016 or April 16th, 2019, Casey is brought to the William Donaldson Correctional Facility in Westminster, about 2 hours south of Limestone City. On April 29th, 2019, Casey is sentenced to 75 years in prison for the crime spree. His ex-girlfriend wrote a heart-wrenching victim impact statement saying his attempt to murder her broke me to the core and ripped my spirit from within. That one night stopped my soul and changed my life forever. He took away all peace I ever known, the woman says. My 4-year-old son woke up to a blood-covered floor with someone he didn't know carrying him outside. He has dealt with nightmares since this difficult night. He was young at the time and still recalls details of this red stuff. My children will never have a normal mom. They will always have a normal life because they will never have a normal life because of that one night. The woman also mentions the family dog, Missy Britches, and describes how much her daughter loved her. Missy was a brave and kind soul, and we miss her dearly. So, May 30th, 2019, about a month and a half after Casey brought to Donaldson Prison, he files an appeal to overturn his conviction and asks for a new trial. He is just a few years into his 75-year sentence and will be over 100 by the time he's released. Casey's appeal is rejected. Decades of hard time at a maximum security prison stare the then 35-year-old man in the face. June 2020, about 1 year after Casey's appeal is rejected, he pens a letter to Lieutenant Brad Potts in the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office, allegedly confessing to a murder of Connie Ridgway, 58, who was stabbed to death in her home on October 23rd, 2015, in a home invasion, Ridgway was killed about a month and a half before Casey's crime spree. Potts, one of the lead investigators in the case, claimed that Casey said he was paid to murder Ridgway and then provided information about the crime that had never before become public. Let me show you another picture of this guy. So you guys like these stories? If you do, let me know. So he was facing 70, he was in prison about a year. He was facing his whole life in there. So he figured, fuck it, I'm gonna confess to a murder. He confessed to the murder. All right, Casey's mother, Connie White, claims that Casey didn't kill Ridgway. He just wanted to get back to Lauderdale County lockup. The only reason he came to Lauderdale County was to get out of his prison he was in, Connie told the Post. He wrote a letter to say he murdered a woman. He didn't really murder her. He just done to get back there. He wanted to get out of that prison because it was so bad there and there was no food. She told the Post that she didn't know who Vicky is, but didn't say Casey had a pen pal and had been keeping in touch with. In August 3rd, 2020, Casey is transferred to Lauderdale County Jail so police could interrogate him about the letter he wrote in an attempt to corroborate his statement. For nearly 5 years, Ridgway's murder had remained unsolved. Casey later confesses to the murder again to an investigator. Casey says that Lauderdale County Jail for about 3 months, where investigators believe he met Vicky, who worked in the facility and developed a special relationship with her. Vicky's preliminary duty is to transfer inmates. Looks like that job is out the window. October 2nd, 2020. Casey is arraigned on murder charges in the Ridgway death. On November 4th, 2020, Casey is transported back to Donaldson Prison after jailhouse staffers learned he allegedly obtained the shank and was planning an escape. A judge orders his immediate removal from the facility. We obviously didn't want him in our jail. Lauderdale County District Attorney John Connolly told the Post. The prisoner said Donaldson's prison, which is a maximum security facility, was better equipped to handle the detainee. I mean, I know cells where they're just concrete and steel. How the fuck is he going to get out of there? The only way he was able to get out of there is from the police letting him out. It's not that bright, man. People are idiots. Idiots, man. I tell you. Let's get back to the story. So let's get back to it. November 4th, Casey is transported back to Donaldson Prison jailhouse where they obtained the shank, blah, blah, blah. March 25th, 2001, Casey returns to Lauderdale County Jail so he can undergo a mental health evaluation, which is ordered by the defense team. I got another picture I could show you guys. I don't think I showed you guys this picture yet. Oh yeah, she destroyed her life. Her life is over. And she's going to prison. Huh. So good luck with that one. This is him on the day he escaped. It's him and her. Look how tall that guy is compared to her. She's about as tall as me. 5 foot nothing. All right. So, uh, August 3rd. All right. The 25th, Casey returns to undergo mental health evaluation, which is ordered by his defense team. He ends up staying for about 4 months after he had to undergo quarantine for COVID 19. Casey goes on August 3rd, 2021. Casey goes back to Donaldson Prison. He communicates with Vicky. The communications with Vicky continue. Casey's murder trial is scheduled to begin April 18th. On February 24th, Casey returns to Lauderdale County Jail following legal battle between his defense team and prosecutors. Casey's attorney needs to review discovery files with him, but brass at Donaldson Prison forbid them from entering with the hard drive. His team asked for him to be brought back to Lauderdale County so they can review the files. The judge grants the request and orders Casey to return to the Lauderdale County. On April 18th, Vicky sells her Lexington home for $95,000. Sometimes prior to Casey's escape, she purchases a 2007 orange Ford Edge. April 20th, 2022. His trial is postponed until June 13th, 2022. April 28th this year, Vicky files retirement paperwork with Lauderdale County and said her last day of work will be the following day. After nearly 17 years on the department, holy shit. 17 years on the Department of Corrections. And she threw it all away for this fucking dude. You believe that shit? Wow. What's good, man? How are you, man? Business trips to Chicago, Minnesota. I saw you had some fun at the MMA events. When is Ramundi coming out? I just spoke to Ramundi right before I did this show. Shout out to Mr. Ramundi. So he's got a lot going on. He's coming back on the show, but he's got some stuff he's working on. So what's up, Blackout? How you doing, bro? I'm really good, man. Things are great. I can't complain. I really can't. All right, so she files her retirement papers on April 28th. Sometime in the evening on April 28th, a citizen spots a suspicious looking car at the Florence Square shopping center parked within a row of vehicles for sale. He finds it odd that the car doesn't have any signs of advertising its price and later reports it to police. After learning of the escape, investigators soon determined that it was Vicky's car, purchased sometime prior to the escape. April 29th. This is the next day in the morning, 9:29 a.m. Vicky pulls her sheriff's cruiser into Lauderdale County Jail, Sallyport, and heads inside to get Casey. She told coworkers that he had a mental health evaluation scheduled at the courthouse, but no such appointment was ever made. Casey, wearing an orange jumpsuit with shackles on his feet and hands, is seen walking out of the jail and getting into Vicky's back seat of the cruiser. They pull out seconds later. April 29th. Same time, Vicky's sheriff's cruiser is spotted driving through Florence near the intersection of Cox Creek Speedway and Huntsville Road, about 4 miles or 10-minute drive from the jail. Vicky ditches her sheriff's car around 10 in the morning at a shopping center where the Ford Edge was parked and is believed to have fled in the conspicuous vehicle, in the orange vehicle. April 29th, 3:30, investigators realized that Vicky is missing after they confirmed that she never returned to jail, and repeated calls to her phone go straight to voicemail, or she was hitting the fuck you button. Right? What's up, sis? How you doing? Shout out to you. Kenneth, what's up, man? She must have been really lonely, man. She'll end up with her money and her body will turn up somewhere. Hey, maybe. Could be. You can't mess around, like, especially like with these losers in prison, man. A lot of them are losers. They just want to get out. They want to use you. Everything you got, keep it moving. You guys like my haircut? I got a haircut today. Figured I'd change it up. I got the part. Looks pretty good, I think. Figured I'd change it up. I got some new gear. Hey, he might. Hold on, I'm not done with the story yet. So, investigators realized that Vicky is missing after calls to her cell phone. U.S. Marshal Service offers $10,000 reward leading to information due to his capture. A warrant is issued for Vicky's arrest for facilitating escape. We know that she participated, whether she did that willingly or she was coerced, threatened somehow to participate in the case. Not really sure. We know for sure that she did participate. May 4th, this is the other day, this is yesterday. U.S. Marshal Service offers an additional $5,000 for Vicky's capture, bringing the reward to $15,000. So only time will tell. And you guys know they'll get caught eventually. They always do. Too many crazy manipulative people, too many red flags on this case. Definitely. Come on, man, you got an unattractive older woman. You got an overweight, unattractive older woman working in the prison. Of course, this is going to happen. Of course, this is going to happen. You got this little Oompa Loompa, and she's able to drive an inmate wherever she wants. Like, come on, man. She could just bring him to the jail whenever she feels like it. Nah, man. I ain't buying that shit. They're going to lock her ass up and they're going to throw away the key. Have fun in prison, Miss Vicky. How long have they been on the run? I'll tell you right now. So they took off February 24th. February 24th. Or wait, no, February, March. Let me see. Hold on. March, April, May, June. It says April. April 28th, man. I think it was April 29th. It was April 29th. So they've been on the run for about a week. Bro, 6 days, man. Yeah, 6 days. April 28th. So yeah, about 6 days. They're in deep shit, man. Both of them. I mean, they'll kill him. Because if you guys didn't know, when you go to prison, you have to sign a paper saying that if you try to escape, they have the right to kill you. You have to sign this paper when you go in. And they tell you if you run for the gate, you run for the fence, they will shoot you in your back. This one guy, a long time ago, he's dead now. He died in a fire, but he tried to escape a long time ago. This was before they used to make you sign the paper, and they shot him in the back with the rifle. They shot him right in the back. What's up, Jay? Jay Soul, how you doing, bro? Everything is great, man. Just moving along. Yeah, you got to sign the paper saying that if you try to escape, they have the right to kill you. So, this guy tried to escape from Connecticut prison. He's running for the fence. Bam! They shot him right in the back, severed his spine, and so he couldn't walk no more. I think it's from the chest down, like right here. And he ended up suing the state and getting a lot of money, but it didn't matter because he was stuck in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. I'm going to tell you a really interesting story about that whole situation, but not yet because that's like a whole episode type thing. But he ended up dying. And so I was in prison with his friend. And what prison was that? It was Osborne. It was either Osborne or Enfield. I think it was Enfield. So I was in prison with his best friend, right? And his best friend is telling me the story about how he ended up dying. So he said that he went to the store and the dude, it was around Christmas time. They were messing around. They were wrapping presents or whatever. He said he came back from the store and the tree or something caught on fire. The house caught on fire. This dude was paralyzed from the chest down. He couldn't move. So he ended up burning alive in the house fire. And he ended up dying. But his best friend was outside the house while it was burning, and he was yelling for him to try to help him, and he couldn't save him. And I know that shit was bothering this dude. He was telling me about it, and but he's still around. I know he was in and out of prison for a lot of times, like I was. But hopefully he got his shit together, and hopefully he's doing the right thing and he's on a good path like I am. I hope he is. Shout out to you, man. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to put him out there. You know who you are, bro. But anyway, um, there's a bunch of things, man. Tennessee man escapes from Georgia prison accused of killing correctional officers. Let's check that one out. That's pretty crazy. So this is a news story. I don't know if they're gonna if I'm gonna get in trouble for playing this. And I don't know why my speakers ain't working. I can't hear shit. It's all good. I don't need to play none. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, pretty bad. But he did sue the state, and he got millions of dollars. So he died with money. Not that money. Not that money even matters because it really doesn't matter. But it takes money to make the world go round. So you need money. Listen, man, I'm only here for a little while tonight. I'm going to drop a link. If you guys want to join me, feel free. Just hit the link. You can jump on here for a little bit with me. If not, don't. But if you want to, hit that link and pop on. Let's see what else is going on here in the news. Hey Gerard, how you doing, man?
All right, how are you? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you, man. I can't hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Hold on. Wait. Uh,
I think the
Let
people
me
can
see.
hear you, but they can't hear me. I mean, I can't hear you.
Oh,
Hold on.
Uh,
Hold on. I'm gonna leave and come right back.
okay.
Talk real quick. I can hear you now.
Hey,
I can
here I
hear you.
am.
I can hear you,
Okay.
man. How you doing,
How you
Gerard?
doing? Doing good. Doing good. I think
Huh?
I'm invisible on your chat.
I don't know, man.
When I
You
make a,
said,
when I make
yeah,
a comment, nobody sees me.
that's crazy, man. Make a comment right now. Matter of fact, man, I'm gonna make you a moderator, bro, on my chat. All right?
Okay,
Yeah, I'll make
that'll
you a
work.
moderator. Yeah, I'll make you a moderator. So
Thank
then
you.
you could put people in the bathroom, man.
No, no, thanks. It's great to talk to you. I know you've been really busy, and
Yeah, man, crazy. It's my only day
I,
off, so I figured I'd come down and chill with the people for a little bit, you know?
yeah, yeah. So I was just getting on to check and see if everything was okay with this crazy chat room, but they had a big deal on police off the cuff today about this killer, um,
Yeah.
and you know more about it than I do. Actually, you just read it to everybody, but that woman's crazy. But you know, we had something like that up here in Dannemora.
Yeah, that was those I watched that movie, man.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny because my 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 daughter-in-law's father. So we're like buddies, right?
Yeah.
He was a prison guard, correctional guard at Dannemora
When it
for
happened?
um before it happened. We're sitting in his basement. He's telling me no one has ever escaped from Dannemora. And sure enough, bro, it happened.
What was it
But
the what was it the next day?
it was no, it was like a couple weeks later, but he wasn't there. He got transferred to another facility for a brief period. So at the time he was there at this other facility, these guys escaped. And this woman who assisted them,
Yeah.
they were planning on killing her husband, the two convicts.
Yeah, I believe it.
And she went away for maybe 5 years tops. And she still gets her pension from the state of New
What?
York. Oh, no shit. She still keeps her pension. It's got something to do with the union. I can't explain it, but it drove everybody up here crazy because I'm not that far from there. And we had everybody had their guns ready to go. Up here is like, you know, super gun country. Everybody hunts and everybody's got a weapon.
Yeah.
And they kept telling the people, you know, hey, don't go out there and try and shoot these people, you know, don't try and
Why
shoot them.
not?
But
They should.
they would have been shot dead. But yeah, that's pretty interesting because it's kind of like the same thing, you know. Somehow
All
this
right, man,
guy,
listen to this. So Joyce Mitchell, her name is 55,
that's
is
it.
serving time at Bedford Hill Correctional Facility for helping Richard Matt and David Sweet break out of the state prison in Demora in 2015. She provided tools which they used through walls to chisel through walls, pipes, like in a Shawshank Redemption style prison escape. That's
Yeah,
wild, man.
yeah. And the idea was they had a car for her and everything. You know, she was going to use her car. They came up to a manhole cover in the street, and she had second thoughts. at the last minute and didn't show. So these two these two guys were running for their lives, and
Yeah, she
they got the,
should have. She should have just showed up. She might as well. I mean, you're already that deep in it.
well, the flies were getting them. Yeah, these two
This
guys.
is from the movie. One of them's dead. One of them got killed on the escape, and the other one's in jail, right? Lockup.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's Matt that they shot. They shot him dead. Um, Up near the he was trying to head north up to Canada.
Yeah, I got
Uh,
a picture of both of them, and I got a picture of her. She got a bulletproof jacket on and shit. Crazy, man.
yeah, she's not living too far from where I'm at right now. She's down in Ticonderoga, chilling out down there. But yeah, it was really a
She is right
goofy,
here.
goofy thing. That's her.
The
She's
one on the
cracked in a
bottom
state
got
pension.
killed, right?
The one on the bottom got killed. The other guy was actually a murderer, I believe, and he's in solitary confinement somewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. I was
How's
just
things
wondering, man.
going with you, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm working on my program, staying sober. I'm coming up on 34 years,
That's great,
and
man.
yeah, I'm kind of hooked on. Every week or so, I get a new spiritual thought to think about, and maybe I'll talk to you at some time. It's kind of cool. It's about the pale horse, the red horse, the black horse, and the white horse, and the people that ride them. So, like just briefly, we just go with one. The guy that's riding the pale horse is living for his body. Uh, you know, for me, it would have been booze, right? It would have been
Yeah,
booze and drugs, and living in that life, I was satisfying my desires to, you know, to drink and to live in oblivion. But at the same
yeah,
time, I was killing myself.
yeah.
And other people, they say it's not me. I don't fit into this category, but other people look to do things for personal glory, right? They want
Personal
everybody to
gain.
think that
Yeah,
they're, yeah, they want
yeah,
everybody to think there's something, they want stature and position in life
yeah.
so that everybody can look up to them. You probably find a lot of that shit in Washington, D.C. But, there's other guys too that will do anything to make a buck, right? And you knew a bunch of those people in jail. Um, you
Man,
know,
there's a lot of them
it,
out here too, man. There's a lot of them out here too.
it actually
You
more
know,
evil people out here doing it than people in
there's
jail,
people,
probably.
there's people out here though that'll attach themselves to you and your YouTube channel, try to suck the life out of you, man. That happened to me.
Yeah,
That happened to
yeah.
me, man. I think twice, right?
Did they just burn you out? Is that it? Try to burn you
Nah,
out?
man. I just walk away from people, man. I don't have time. Like if I lose friends, it's for a reason, man. They're not
Right.
worthy. Like they're just not worthy to be in my circle, man. That's it.
Yeah. 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 I agree, man. Enough of the dramatics in these people that are phonies and fakers. Use you,
Yeah,
and they use you, and after they're done with you, they don't give a shit.
yeah. And then you're
So
stuck
yeah,
holding a bag. That's what it is.
that's why I'm attracted to your platform, Stack. Is you and a couple other guys. There's only one other guy. I won't mention the other guys' names, but you can feel it in your heart when you talk.
Yeah,
When you
man. Man. I'm not trying to be something I'm not, man. I'm just trying
your
to show these.
story. I don't know if you have ever told that story that I listened to on your program, but that was
Nah,
that
I don't
was
think I have.
amazing. Uh, if everybody who knows Friends of Staxx knew his real life, he's a miracle walking.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man. I'm maybe I'll tell them stories on here, man. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I could do that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it again. I had to download that app, and it took up a lot of the memory on my phone. So after I listened to it, I had to uninstall that app. Everything was freezing up because I
Yeah.
had on hold.
But
But
I
yeah,
have
that's
I
a
have
good.
a lot of different, yeah, I could put together some stuff, man. I don't know what the people want to hear. If they want to hear like jail stories, or do they want to
Yeah, I
hear,
think they just want to hear your life story. In a general way, as a general
yeah,
thing, and because we're friends with Jimmy, and he tells his stories, and his program is like yours. It's based on attraction. It's about it's about winning. It's about getting back off. Everybody can get knocked down, but believe me, a lot of people don't. You don't have to believe me. I'm gonna make it straight.
listen,
Get
man, I
knocked
was
down.
I
People
was
get
that
back.
guy. I was that guy that never came back from it, and I didn't ever think I was coming back from the shit. But
Same with me.
I want to show people out there that it's possible to get sober. It's possible to go somewhere, go to a different state and make a life for yourself. That's what I'm doing.
Wow, what a trip, man! You're on a great trip, bro. I'm saying my prayers for you every single day.
Thanks, man. I
And
appreciate that.
I'm a straight up guy. I don't. I when I hear people talk about themselves and all this shit, and get on the YouTube and try to be something that they're not, it's sort of like trying to watch one of those late night TV shows, with the comedians.
Yeah.
They're assholes. I don't
Yeah.
have anything to do with them. It's all phony. It's all
Yeah.
staged.
They're all cocky and
So
shit.
yeah, and they're knocking people and making fun of people who shouldn't be mocked. And
Yeah, like
I
I
think
don't think people understand, man. People like Jimmy, they're helping people. He's moving forward. He's progressing. He's not staying still like these people. Oh, he's a fucking rat, this and that. These people are stuck in their own bullshit. They're so
I'm
worried
going to get
about
back.
rat and shit. You go on the streets. You go do the jail time, motherfucker. Right?
Yeah,
They call
you
me a
go
rat
fucking.
lover because I'm friends with Jimmy. I don't give a fuck what they call me, man. Call me whatever you want.
Exactly.
I'm a real motherfucker, man.
You know what that means? You are is it means that you are in control of your emotions. To me, I'm saying it's my point of view, right?
Yeah,
Because a man that's in control of his emotions can say stuff and not and
yeah,
not feel ashamed, not feel scared or any of that other shit. Follow
yeah,
me?
yeah.
That's a gift
Thank you, man. I
because
appreciate the words, bro.
yeah, I appreciate you all the time. I love your
Yo, when
stuff,
are
and
you when do you want to come on for an interview and tell your story, man?
I can come on anytime. I'm usually, let's see, well, it depends on your schedule because you're a hell of a lot more busier than I am. I'm just sitting around the house wondering why.
Tuesday. I'm around Tuesday. I got an interview. What's today? Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
I'm available Tuesday.
So next Tuesday, we could
Yeah.
think about it for next Tuesday. And yeah, my story's
You want to do Tuesday at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, yeah, fine. Oh yeah, because on Wednesday I have a meeting, and on Saturday I have a meeting at 7. So it all depends. Yeah, Tuesday sounds good.
Yeah, cool. All
If
right.
people want to hear stories of how do you call it? It's like it's a typical thing. A human being is lost. A human being had something to do in life. He got fucked up, and could have gone south on me, really bad. But yeah, I will tell you right now, it was a power greater than myself that helped me. And there's a lot
Bro,
of
it
people.
takes a lot of courage to go get help, man. It really does. I don't
Yeah,
think people understand how much you have to humble yourself in order
I
to
know.
reach out.
It sucked. It just sucked. I was like, man, I'm too fucking smart to do this shit. It's embarrassing. and that kind of
Sometimes
thing.
you're smart, too smart for your own good, man.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, I'm too good for that. I don't need help. I can do it by myself. And it never
true.
works, you know?
Never works, bro.
It's true,
But
man.
when I finally went through the tube and figured it out, Staxx, I could actually, for the first time in a long time, I saw the tree leaves. They were green. And I never forget, I'm like, man, the trees are beautiful. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like
for the past
you're enjoying
past
life now,
past
right?
years, man, I couldn't see the color of the trees, you know?
No.
And
Me,
so, yeah,
I
there's
was
a
just
wonderful
going through
thing.
life, man. Same thing with me. I was just going through life and not enjoying anything, man.
Right. Just,
It's a whole
all about,
different world now.
yeah, trying to find that prestige that I didn't earn, I didn't deserve, be a fucking, a faker, a phony.
Man. But
That's,
when you keep it real, man, you keep it real. Everything that good is good. It comes, you know.
yeah, yeah, it's just a great life, Stacks. I can't tell you how grateful I am to have a program like this on TV. I call it TV because I'm an old timer, and but it's so much better than listening. I can hear things that are reality, things that make
Yeah,
sense to me, and even though your story is different than mine in many ways, there are a lot of things that we do share in common.
yeah,
And at least I see some commonality there. You may not, but I do. And, you know, 35 years ago, Staxx, I would have said, oh, he's just a fucking piece of shit, right? I just not listening to anybody. These people are dogs. They're, below me and all this other stuff. But
yeah.
my best friends are the people that have had their ass kicked. Those are the only
Yeah,
people
the
I hang around with.
underdogs. The underdogs, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man.
I love an underdog that wins. I fucking love it.
Hey, man. I'm not stopping. I'm just getting started, man.
That's
You
great,
see
man.
the gym and all that shit. I'm just getting started, man. I'm be walking around one big ass muscle.
No, 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 no.
Big muscle head and shit.
You don't, you don't want to do that. You
Nah,
want to
I'm not
have
going for that.
listen to me. You want to have a football player's physique, and what that is you have power in your shoulders, your forearms. Never mind that curling shit with your biceps. Okay,
And your legs
that
too, right?
you're
Your legs. You
yeah.
gotta work on your legs.
You do these kind of things. You go up like this. You lift your arms this way. So you need lateral strength in your back, your neck, shoulders, and then your arms. And do that 5 step. We'll talk about it. 5 sets of five. You will be as strong as a bull.
Hell
And
yeah, man.
oh, you're strong, but you won't look like a pumpkin pie walking down the street.
Shit, I was able to swim a whole lap, man. And I'm
I
not a
saw it.
swimmer like that. I'm not a swimmer like that. And I swam a whole lap, man. Non-stop. I didn't stop. I was just floating in there, swam.
How the hell did you? How the hell did you land? You got a Mercedes Benz. You're driving. You got a place to work out, place to stay. You got great jobs. Wow.
Shit just happens, man. You gotta work for it, bro.
Yeah, it's great. Good news.
Hump
But
some concrete forms. I've done that. I've already done that, man. I paid my dues. Now I'm humping hard drives with music on them. It's the only hard labor I'm doing. Grab the hard drive, go to work.
pumping concrete forms.
I've done that.
I was a roofer.
That's bad too. Bringing bundles up the ladder.
Oh no, hot tire roofer. It was carrying buckets of hot tire across a flat roof.
Five, 5 gallon buckets, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
How do they heat it up in the buckets?
They don't. It's heated down below in a heating machine. It's got a fire underneath it. They stick the
A
solid
little.
tire in there, and
Oh, they
then
sit like in the buckets, or they just
yeah,
pour
it's
it in the
like it
buckets.
sticks right and melts it down. You get that shit on your hands or arms, it'll burn right to your skin. So you
Yeah,
got to be strong to be able to carry the buckets out and then carry them
yeah.
across the. And my football strength really helped me in that.
You're
But
like
it
carrying a
also helped me.
bucket, splashing everywhere, right? You're carrying it.
The weak ones, yeah, like they would, "Oh, I can't carry this bucket," and they drop it, and it splash, right? It splash right up on them, and catch them in the face or the arms. Yeah,
Fuck yeah, man. I did framing for a while, framing houses.
yeah.
For about 10 years I did that.
That's a good craft. Little carpentry.
Yeah, man. I've done that for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Earn your
Well,
cash slinging roofing. Fuck that, bro. I've done that. Matter of fact,
oh,
I got my first paycheck from my job, man. And I'm happy, man. I cannot complain.
yeah. Well, I had this guy. I just give you his first name. His name is Brian, and he was a friend of the family. He was crazy, but he owned a roofing company, and we'd go into. He also owned apartment buildings in the inner city, and we'd go in there, and he'd give me a gun. He'd tell me to wait down at the lower landing, protect him while he went up and got the cash from the tenants, right?
Yeah.
And he says, if you don't, I'm just taking the fuck. I said, what happens if they don't pay? He goes, I just come here and take the fucking doors off the front and the back of the apartment. They're gone in a day. I said, holy shit, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you
One
mean they're
time,
gone? Take the door off so there's
take
no door?
the front and the back door, and the tenants are gone in a day because they got no security. You follow
Yeah,
me?
you're not gonna stay in a place that has no door on it, right?
No, no. And so, I had to go down in the basement of one of his apartments. There's a dead guy in the fucking basement, shot dead in his fucking basement. Yeah, I mean, it was a rough area of Chicago,
Wait,
but
wait, wait. So you go down in the basement. What
yeah,
is your reason for going in the basement?
I can't remember. It was like, I had to go down there and get some lumber or something that was down there. And it's an old base. It's an old time apartment buildings. So there's like one light bulb, right? Imagine it's not like you turn it on. You got a bunch of lights in these
Yeah.
old apartment buildings in Chicago. You go down there, you just pull the chain, and you got one light bulb that lights up the whole place. And I go down in there, and this guy is laid out half against the wall, against some, I don't know, debris or something. And he was shot. He was shot like the night before, or the who knows, So
Is
we
there
had to call.
is there a gun down there with him, or no?
No, no, no. He was an older gentleman. There was a bottle of something he was drinking down there, but he must have gotten a beef with somebody, or he must have got robbed, and they shot him. Shot him. And we weren't working that day. Whenever he got killed, we didn't know. Maybe they dragged him in there. I don't know, but the police took care of it. We didn't. We just kept
So
kept
so
on
what
working.
happens? You guys call the cops, right? They come there, and you guys
Yeah,
are
I go,
just
hey
standing
man,
around.
hey Brian, there's a dead guy in the basement, and I go running out of there as fast as I could. He goes, what are you talking about? He goes down there. Yeah, there's a dead guy there. Takes he gets on the phone or whatever. He has one of the tenants call the cops, and that was that. But
Wow.
it's not like this was unusual. People were getting shot all over the place there
Yeah,
at night.
I was siding a house in Hartford, Connecticut, And we go to work one morning. There's fucking crime scene tape around our staging. We're like, what the fuck is this? So we go, and they're like, yeah, there was shooting here last night. Someone got killed right there. We're like, well, we're gonna finish this job up and get the fuck out of here, man. It was crazy. We saw
Well,
a
I
lot
gotta
of
tell
shit
you,
over there.
buddy Brian, who I worked for 3 years for. Then I went in the Marines, and he always had apartment buildings. That's how he made his money.
We got a lot
Some
of
guy
money doing it.
some guy came in, Staxx, said, I want to see one of the apartment buildings, and or one of the apartments. They walked down the hall. He went in. He showed him the apartment. When he walked in there were like 4 or 5 gangbangers waiting for him, and they killed him.
What?
Brian was not a nice guy. He was a rough guy. He used the N word a lot, and he thought he was
They
tougher.
killed the guy Brian?
Yeah, yeah, they killed him. They assassinated him. Never
Wow.
found out who did it. Even though they had a camera, some big black guy with glasses on came in, talked to him, and they walked out. And he always carried a gun on him. But yeah, they shot him dead right in the apartment. He put up a fight, they
Wow.
say, but no, they never found the guy.
Where was that? What
That was
state?
in Calumet City, Illinois, which is just south of Chicago. It's like when
Not
you were in
far from
Marinette
here,
Park.
man.
When you were in Marinette Park,
Yeah.
right? It was real close to Chicago. Well, Cal's like pretty right next to Chicago. And
We just got our next event, man. It's in Chicagoland.
where at?
Uh Chicagoland at this $25 million arena.
Oh,
Let me see if I can
nice.
show you the flyer for it. I don't know if I have the flyer for it yet.
That's big. $25 million
Yeah,
dollar.
it's a $25 million arena. So I'm going to be interviewing the fighters there. It's going to be cool, man. So we're going to be taking another trip down to Chicago.
See,
Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, I found it. Boom, it's at the Compass Arena.
never
There
heard
it
of it.
is. July 23rd. So now there is places for sponsorship. If anyone wants to get a sponsorship for this fight, it's in Willowbrook, Illinois.
Oh
Joliet.
yeah, Willowbrook. Okay, yeah, that's not too far from. Willowbrook was a big mob hangout area. They had
Yeah, so if anyone,
Willowbrook Ballroom, and
if
there were a
anyone
lot
wants to
of
sponsor,
outfit guys there. I'm
yeah, if
sorry.
anyone wants to sponsor that fight, man, just hit me up. Email me, staxbill1979 at gmail, and we can make it happen. I got a couple people who are already sponsoring the fight, and I'm getting shirts made with this style that say Staxx. So if you guys want shirts, hit me up, and I'll have them soon. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get that design on the front. Boom.
that looks
It's
cool,
gonna be
man.
cool. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I got a lot of good shit coming. I'm excited. Excited
The
for the future.
Willowbrook had the Willowbrook Police Department was like Cicero. It was uh, it was inundated with outfit guys. They call them mob in Chicago. And there's some
It
stories
says
about there's
Crip
some
Gang
stories
in
about
Willowbrook. It
yeah.
does. It says Willowbrook's a big mob thing.
What's
What did
that?
you say? What about Willowbrook? You got
It
any
used to
stories about?
I do, but I don't remember them offhand. But many of the businesses in Willowbrook were owned by the outfit. Willowbrook had a very small police department, and I'm pretty sure one of the guys, uh, one of the police officers in Willowbrook was outfit connected. And there's something there. There's a story there. I'd have to research it a little, but definitely was controlled by the outfit, that suburb. No doubt about
I'm,
it.
s- I'm sure there's a lot of them, man. I'm sure there's a lot of them that are involved.
Fuck, you know what, Staxx? You interviewed Calabrese, right?
Yeah,
He was with the Chinatown crew, or 22nd Street crew. Well, my friend Richie Crofton, he's died. He died from drugs. Okay, he
yeah.
OD'd about 2, 3 years ago. Great kid, a big family. His dad was a owner of what was called fuck something. Oh, I can't believe I just forgot it. Okay, it'll come to me. But they did the roach coaches. You know, he had the
Yeah. The roads good. I was just talking about those the other day, man. Yesterday, matter of fact, I was just talking about the road coaches.
Thunderbird Catering. Thunderbird Catering. Okay, and he must have had a beef with someone in the outfit. I can't say it was Calabrese or Calabrese. I can't. But it's funny because Calabrese owned Thunderbird Catering later. So,
Oh, the
you know,
same place. It was the same company that this guy owned.
yeah, but Mr. Crofton, and you can look him up. They gunned him down in his driveway coming, and he only lived a couple blocks away from me. Somebody shotgunned him to death. A hit crew came in and killed him. That was the end of him and his association with Thunderbird Catering.
So what
And
happens once they get killed? Their catering business goes to somebody else.
I don't know. You know, I mean,
Damn,
I
like
don't think anybody in the neighborhood really knew anything about it. But
so all
if
of a
you,
sudden Calabrese owns the catering business.
yeah, Calabrese is in there, you know, and I don't
He's
know if
hard
this
to get
kid
pinned
knows
down,
about it.
man. I tried to get him back on for an interview, but he's hard to pin down. But I'm working on it.
I've always been interested in Calabrese, the murder, and who the fuck killed this guy because he was a good guy, at least to us. Okay, I don't know what his real dealings were in his adult life. And I asked when Lopez was on your show, I asked him, "Do you remember the Thunderbird catering hit? And did you know about it?" He goes, "No, I knew of it, but I didn't know anything about it." And I
Yeah,
asked
only
Red
that.
Wimet. I asked Red
Only
Wimet, who has a show, and he knew about it, but he didn't have any specific. Nobody knows anything about it, right? Um, but yeah, there's a couple stories. The guy down used to go walking, going towards Blue Island, and there was a house on the right. My grandfather said, "You see that house there? They blew up that guy's house." And he owned a cigarette vending company in Blue Island. They blew his ass up. Um, so yeah, there's a few things. I can tell you, my brother, who's passed away, they blew his car up too,
they
in his
did
driveway. Yeah,
with not with
yeah.
him in it, right?
No, no, they blew his car up. All the shit went through his front window. He had kids in the house and everything. So
Was it
I
like
don't
what
know.
was it for? Was it a message they were sending to him?
Well, I think it was this. There was an Italian guy who ran for alderman. He's half Italian and half Irish. My brother was hooked up politically, and his guy won.
Politically,
Brother's guy won, and they were at
yeah.
the St. Pat's St. Patrick's Day festival downtown,
Yeah.
and my brother happened to bump into him, and he said,
Oh
"Hey
man.
Gino, hey Gino." nice job on your run for, the office of alderman." And Gino spit in his face, and my brother beat the fuck out of him, beat him
Oh
hard.
man.
And there was a big fight going on. My brother was a bruiser. Big fight going on. And a few weeks later, his car blew up. So yeah, I
Did they
imagine
ever
they
find
sent
out who did it?
I, you know, my dad came over. My dad's shady too. He's got a whole nother story about him. But
We'll
my
get into
dad,
all that, man.
my brother ain't saying nothing. The cops come. He's not saying nothing. He's not saying nothing to my dad. He's not saying nothing to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal was, but you know, he passed
Is what it
away.
is, man, right?
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's,
man.
it's crazy stuff. Lots of stuff. My
Shit. I hit the wrong button. But yo, man, I gotta get going. I got some editing to do. But definitely I'm gonna schedule the interview for Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you're there, man.
All right. Let's
All
talk
right?
before we do. Okay, I'll see you. Have a
Yeah,
good night,
yeah, we'll
everybody.
definitely talk before we do it. We'll definitely talk.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right? Thanks
Yeah.
for
See
joining
you.
me, man. I appreciate you.
See you, Staxx.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, brother.
All right, man.
Trying to get out of
So
here.
you guys, I appreciate every single one of you. I'll be back on tomorrow for a little bit, and I'm gonna drop a couple interviews. So stay tuned. It's gonna get real. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Till next time, man. Peace.